Hi everybody, I wanted to give you a bit of a transmission here for LionsGate. This is being recorded during LionsGate 2021, but if you're drawn to it at another time, there's a lot of information here that is valid and timeless as well, including lots of starseed connective information. So if you're not entirely sure what LionsGate is, LionsGate is a portal that typically runs from July 26th until August the 12th. Everybody usually knows 8/8, but that is just a peak point in the portal. It's a very powerful point in the portal, but you can find your codes and your lessons and your integrations at any point, and also know there's really not a lot special that you have to do if you're not called to be able to experience it. Your body and your soul will integrate the codes that it is meant to, and they may unfold for you in a different timeline as well. So most people hear LionsGate and they think of the lion, and of course that is important. The lion and the Lyrans are very important during LionsGate, and it happens when our sun is in alignment and very close with the earth, while in the astrological sign of Leo, its home sign, but it's also when it's in alignment with the star of Sirius, and when our earth is in alignment with the star of Sirius. I am a very big part Syrian. I have about 12 starseed family and 12 starseed self-awakenings at this current moment in time. But Sirius was my first and one of my largest integrations. It was the first I really accepted. And it's very important to those of us who have identified as both twin flame and starseed. There's a lot of twin flame template that stems from Sirius. And I want to explain the imagery that you're seeing here on the screen as well. The energetic imagery is also going to tie into both Lion and Lyra energy, as well as several deities that we'll get to in a bit, but also with Sirius. Now, one of my biggest gifts from my guides and the councils of light that I work with has been about connecting which animals have roots to which star systems. That's been extraordinarily helpful for me in my personal practice and in my practice with clients, because when we can link star family to things that are already here on Earth besides us, it helps us to ground more easily to Gaia and feel more comfortable on Gaia, to know that we're not just abandoned and dropped here alone, and to be able to connect with an aspect of our star family, not only in spirit, but in a form that is made physical and made manifest here on Earth as well, like we have been. So that is something that I do with clients, and also do custom artwork, quantum artwork activations on. If you're interested, you can contact me about that. But one of the largest Syrian totems I have is Orca. Now, Sirius being a trinary star system, most are familiar actually with Sirius B, which has a lot of water world aspects to it. So many people associate already, whether they're in this spirit animal practice or not, will associate Sirius B with the dolphin, and the dolphins are absolutely present, but dolphins are not exclusive to Sirius. There are a lot of Andromedan dolphins as well in different hues. However, Orca is very prevalent on Sirius as well, and Orca is stepping forward with this LionsGate especially, because there are a lot of us who are breaking down duality, and this LionsGate and the previous one in particular have felt to me very geared towards breaking down duality. And there's sort of been separate camps of starseeds from how I've been seeing things. Because LionsGate is an accelerant, it will accelerate things that are currently in your life or in your reality or in your life path. So if you have a lot of turmoil, or if you have a lot of karma, or if you have a lot of ancestral karma or trauma, or toxic people still in your life, even things that are not quite conscious, yet or anymore, but things that have been going on under the surface that you haven't been able to deal with or ready to deal with yet. You may be on the dual side of the system where the accelerant will be in drudging those things up, in clearing them. Even if you don't have a lot going on personally, if you are someone who, like me, has agreed to a lot of collective work for your soul mission, you may be seeing the collective demons and darknesses and thought forms and entities that can come up to be cleared, or the parts of the collective timeline that you've agreed to maybe help clear or shut down. You may be on the other end of the spectrum, you know, if you've done a lot of this work already, or if you haven't agreed to a lot of this work, or if you're just in a really great place in your life. You may be on the other side of the spectrum where it's just about time of manifesting for you and downloading new light codes and, you know, all positive aspects. You may be somewhere in between, but this is why 𝐬𝐭𝐡 steps forward largely at this time, because 𝐬𝐭𝐡s are very much family animals. They are also led by a matriarch. Sirius has a lot of maternal energy. Many of the goddesses come to us from Sirius, the goddess Isis or Auset from Egypt, another form of her Mother Mary, and Blue Tara all have galactic and earth histories of stemming from Sirius. There's a lot of divine feminine energy from Sirius, and Sirius also helps us to balance the masculine and feminine. Now, when 𝐬𝐭𝐡 steps forward, being a black and white animal, they help us to break down this duality, understand and balance this duality, and also to help us break down black and white thinking, meaning all good or all bad, all or nothing. Just help us to understand our thought forms and our patterns as well, and to clear a lot of that energy with power, but with intelligence and love, right? 𝐬𝐭𝐡s can be very tough. That's why they have the side name of killer whale, which I never refer to them as, and also they are not strictly whales. They're actually in the dolphin family. They can be extremely tough, but they can also be very playful and healing, and they have never harmed a human in the wild. They've only done this when they've been tortured by humans in captivity, which we can't really blame them for. So if you are drawn to either of those aspects, or if you've been feeling a lot come up to clear, if you've been working through heaviness, or if you've been getting a lot of this new positive information and you're just not sure how to integrate it with the rest of your life, I encourage you to tap into this Sirian aspect and tap into 𝐬𝐭𝐡 as a spirit animal. Research 𝐬𝐭𝐡 as a spirit or a totem animal and see how that's speaking to you, knowing that it can work with you both as an earth spirit animal but also as a galactic. That being said, it brings us to the other visuals here on the animation, which is of course the lions or the Lyrans. Now these two are actually representing Egyptian deities. So the figure on the left is the lioness. She is representing the goddess Tefnut, and the masculine on the right hand side is representing the god Shu. Now Shu and Tefnut are Egyptian deities. They're some of the oldest leonine deities that we know of here still on Earth, and have re-downloaded. They are also the deities that come from Ra. They are Ra's children. Ra was the one who became three. He created Shu and Tefnut from himself, and they are some of the first twins in existence. So they are also some of the first twin flames in existence. Now, Shu is the god of air, so he's going to also help with those mental abilities, those thought forms, those mental patterns, helping you understand if you have an internalized critical parent or a negative voice in your head that isn't belonging to you and your soul. And Tefnut is the goddess of moisture. She's going to help with those emotional, watery aspects, but in an extremely powerful way, where you no longer need to be ruled by either your emotions or your thoughts or your thought forms. You can find the balance between the two. This is also a huge time, whether you are experiencing the very positive or the very negative aspects that may be coming up for you or the collective personally at this time, while we're in liminal space and transition as a world, right? Anyway, this is also a time for you to stand further and deeper and step further and deeper into your power, and to find and use your voice, use your lion roar. If you are clearing a lot right now, clear using your voice, whether that is singing, whether that is humming, whether that is yelling and scream therapy, no matter what that is, right? But also while you're clearing, while you're praying, meditating, decreeing, spell casting, whatever you are doing in your practice, say it out loud. Say it with your voice. Find a safe space where you can say it. No matter how loud you can actually say it, say it. And remove consent from the things that you no longer feel called to cycle in or experience, right? It's a great time to set boundaries. It's a great time to remove consent and end soul contracts that are no longer helpful to you. It's a great time to clear out energies or entities that have been clouding you or your judgment. I've been doing that a lot. Call in more protection. I've been working with Black Tara during this process a lot as well. Shiva, Ma Kali, whoever you're called to, Hanuman, whoever helps you feel safe, Sekhmet, of course, call on them and have them surround you and help you step further into your power, into your voice, take your power back. You know that it's a power move also to ask for help. That's something that I've had to be doing more and more of, right? We're not meant to do all of this alone. We need to stop isolating. You know, if you need help with something, ask for help. That's a power move also. And then also use your voice, you know, when you've done your clearing and your banishing and your removing consent, which I have another previous video as well about removing quantum consent that you can look up on my Instagram series, or linked if this is on YouTube. After you've done all that, also learn what your roar is and use your voice to manifest. You know, notice, maybe record yourself in a voice note what you sound like when you're asking for or manifesting what you want. See if there's something there in a limiting belief or a thought form or a way that you're presenting what you want that may actually be impeding the process a little bit, and be willing to work on that. Know that you and your voice have more power than you think, okay? And you are capable of extraordinary things. And I know that if you are called and, of course, respectful, 𝐲 and 𝐷𝐹𝐼 will be there for you as well. You can come back and watch this video again, with or without sound, and maybe journal a bit and see what else comes through for you and your team. But no matter who you are and what you're experiencing right now, call some extra light around you. You know, there's a lot clearing, whether you're the one clearing it or not, and I want you to make sure you're protected. I want you to also think about working with reworking your thought forms and your thought patterns and having better discernment, so that all these weird messages that are coming through, you know, it's okay if you don't resonate with this, or if you don't resonate with another teacher or channel or sharer anymore. Honor and trust that, because there are a lot of messages coming through, and not everybody takes the same precautions in terms of calling in protection and being clear in the light that they're sharing. Okay, so please, if this has helped you, share it with someone else. That would be greatly appreciated. Give it a like, a share, and a follow for more. You can visit the links in either my bio or the description, there is a PayPal available, paypal.me/DAMCL. If you're called and drawn and able and my work has been helpful to you, energetic donations in exchange are always appreciated. And you can also visit my website, DAMCL Designs, DAMCL-designs.com, for more of my energy artworks on enlightened merch or custom activations, as well as quantum sessions with me, and contact me for more. Thank you very much for being here. Blessed and safe crossing, friends. Love, Danielle, #DAMCL @DenEnlightenedEdits.